Good evening, everybody. Hey, Joe here. Guess what? The Mercury's done, and it's still the first for another 58 minutes because it's like 11:02 p.m. here in Youngstown, Ohio. So I'm gonna make this video and upload it. And so, Kim, you're probably gonna watch this a totally different hour because I'm not sure what time it is in Denmark. But yes, it's 11:03 by now p.m. here in Youngstown, Ohio, here in the United States, so it is still technically October the 1st. So, let's take a gander. Sorry for the quick spin there, but there she is. That's a little bit of dust there, I think. Yeah. There she is. She made it. I've been working on this pretty much since I got home. Had to do the bare metal on the front and back windows. And just basically paint a few more details, let them dry, and assemble it. So some of that time wasn't actually working on it. It was letting stuff dry while I snack or watch TV because I couldn't rush it. See, I got here in Ohio, Kim, in Youngstown, I'm sure other states do it, you're allowed on vintage automobiles to put vintage plates and register it as such. It's for vehicles that are only driven for, like, no, deuce down. Don't you dare even think about jumping up there. Yeah, for vehicles that are registered for, I think they call it limited use or show car something. You're only allowed to use it so much. Of course, how are they going to know? But anyhow, yeah, so it's got a 49 plate. It's Tamiya dark gunmetal. Now, it just says gunmetal on the can. They also have one that's called light gunmetal. This one isn't called dark, but it's darker. So that's what it is. And that's Bahama blue duplicolor and gray in the interior. Now, unfortunately, I don't think there is any way. There's the gray. It's really hard to see inside this interior to get the focus, but a lot of Molto type chrome. Unfortunately, I don't think that'll ever focus down that little tiny window. But let me shut that light back off. I put only on the front sombreros, I had these little chrome spikes. In fact, these are the taillights that you're supposed to paint transparent red for this car. And you can see my boo-boo here that I had to touch up. It kind of blends. And you can kind of see the ghost flames. They show up best on the hood. They're under the clear there. I didn't put the spotlights on, mainly because I didn't know it even had them. I kind of forgot. And I looked on the underside, and there's no imprint where the holes are on mine. The mirror had a hole that just needed enlarged, so did the wipers. But there were no holes anywhere on the fenders, the hood, or the doors for the spotlights. There were no indentations. And I already had it painted. I'm like, well, I'm not going to chip the paint trying to put them on. I went with the custom tooth grill, much like you did, Kim. You really can't see the marker lights, but they're, well, you know what? Let's do this. Yeah, see, they're painted clear orange. And tail lights I used from the 60 Ford, AMT 60 Ford pickup, the custom tail lights. Because they're a little bit bigger and stick out. I like that. I put the exhaust tips on there. Let's take a look on the underside real quick. It looks like Kim and I were a kindred spirit because we both did the red cherry bombs, which that's kind of a common color. And there's the pan. I must have touched it a little bit, and you can see a little bit of a fingerprint in it. But yeah, there's the exhaust, and I just put some various colors. I didn't paint the gas tank. I totally forgot. And that one wheel's a little crooked. I'm going to have to straighten that up a little bit. But you really can't see it when it's sitting down because the fenders are so low. That's why the rear hubcaps, oh, excuse my hand, don't have the little spikes. Because what's the point, right? You're never going to see the rear wheels. It's kind of always bothered me about lead sleds. Like, why even bother putting nice wheels on the rear? You're never going to see them. You could have a no hubcap, and as long as you have the white wall sticking out. And then the engine compartment. I did no wiring on this. If I would have started on this sooner, I probably would have. But being I took it down to the wire, it's so crowded in here anyhow, as you could see. I mean, I'm not really missing the wiring. But, yeah, there's the engine compartment. Let's see if it'll focus better. I just added some various colors. You know, like the radiator cap is, you know, silver with the blue center. And I got the blue in the middle of the valve covers. And I got some blue on the horns. And blue on the firewall. Some various shades of gold. The engine's just gloss gray. That's, to me, a flat gray with some 1K clear on it. In fact, the body's covered in 1K clear. And I put the mirror and the wipers, and I think that's about it. I didn't go so far on this. Oh, Kim, as you can see, my windshield did pop out, but it almost went too far. It probably won't show on camera, but there's a light gap underneath it. It's like too far. So anybody building one of these, I highly recommend maybe enlarging all your window openings. These have the beveled quarter windows, and you got a bare metal, you know, the car, the front and back, you bare metal the windows. Here's the thing. I had it bare metal, and getting that window in there, I kind of tore some of it, and I had to burnish it back down. So I tried to make the flange on the window a little smaller with the edge of an X-Acto, and they're not in there perfectly. So if I build one of these again, I know I'm going to take a file or a standing stick and, you know, bring the windows up and lengthen them a little, make them all bigger. I didn't put the little vent wings on, mainly because I was kind of in a hurry and I didn't want to mess with bare metal. Plus, a lot of these lead sled guys and custom car guys convert these to one-piece windows anyhow. So it looks just as good without it. And yeah, so, but I'm happy with it. I mean, you can see the reflection of the LED. It came out pretty clean. Oh, Kim and anybody else watching, I chipped it a little right here, putting this rear window in. Now, what I did with these rear windows, I was going to bare metal them and put them in. I'm glad I didn't, because they're so damn tight, it would have tore it. So I put them in, made sure the glue was dry. That's another thing tonight. I did the one before I left work, or for work, and I did the other one right when I got home, and I let them sit most of the night. And that way they would be firm and dry. Then I put the bare metal on there. And there's a little light gap on this one, too, looking through to the interior. So making them too big might be a problem. So on the next one, I'm probably going to file it bigger and then test fit them as I go. Because I know the paint and the primer and the clear will thicken them. So, but that's it. It's probably about 11:15 or 11:20 with me babbling on. But yep, Kim, I made it. It's done. So, in fact, let's go for a walk. Oh, I hope I don't trip over a cat in the dark dining room here. I don't have a light switch on both walls. So there you go. Well, it's not even that long. 11:10. See, both my clocks. The oven and the microwave. So it's 11:10 p.m. here in wonderful Youngstown, Ohio. So Joe is going to go put his Mercury away, which, let me show you something else. Going through my dark living room here. Sorry for that. But here's my curio cabinet. I'm definitely going to have some more glass shelves made. And I could put more holes and more pegs in the corners. And I could probably bring this top one up and this one up and so on and make more. Because see, I got 5 cars wide, only 4 wide because those are 1/24, 5 wide, and 5 wide. Get some light on. And then I got a couple gifts down there, some die cast, and then over here I got my South Park diorama. I got my USAC build from a couple years ago, the second one. I got the small scale group build cards in this case, and I got the breast cancer car I won at the model show right there. But I really have nowhere to put the Merc, so I'm afraid it may temporarily have to go back in a box until I get more shelves, or at least another one of those. Yeah, see, because the rest of those old CDs and DVDs. And look, it's Deuce. Hey, Deuce. Oh, by the way, Rich, one of the little mice, was here. They are playing with them. Because every time I come through here, or the dining room, anything, they're in different places all the time. Oh, here it is. See? So they are playing with them. They're moving them around. I'm not sure which one is, but yeah, so there you can see. I need more room. So I got to see, there's no shelf from here down. And that one has a huge gap. So I could make more of them and bring them closer together. And I got to get more of this LED lighting. This is that called RGB. If you look closely at it, you can see the three colors. It may not show on this camera, but white light is made by transmitting all three colors simultaneously. And that gives white light on the subject, but when you look at it, it's not really white, the lights themselves. I want to find some pure white LEDs and get them around here on all the corners, you know, so they're aimed at the cars. But I got to put more shelves in first, get them arranged, and then I could put the lighting in there. But eventually I want to get a Carney case and maybe put it up. You know, I got a lot of blank walls here. These are plaster. They're a bitch to get into. These are drywall. Some of these, so it'd be easier to put them there. Plus, on the Carney cases, now they make feet for those cases. So you could put them on something. Like I could, well, I got my TV on that, but, you know, you could put them on a table or a counter or something. I would just bolt it down so the cats don't knock it over. And there's Penny looking outside in the dark. But yeah. So I'm going to put that away before Deuce destroys it. And I'm going to shut this off, go upstairs, brush my teeth, and crawl under the covers. Because tomorrow looks like a bitch of a day. In fact, maybe I'll make a video and show you what I'm working on all day today. And what I'll be working on most of the day tomorrow. But yeah, so Kim, thank you so much for holding this. I actually made this one in time. I'm so amazed. I got one more group build for the 4th. And then the rest of them are a little further out. End of December and beyond. So, yeah, I got to get moving on those. So the next one you'll see done is the Riv, which, like I said, is really close. Bare metal, assemble it, wheels and tires, tail lights, a couple of details on the grill area, and it's done. And that's due the 4th. So you'll be seeing that one here, maybe even before the 4th, as long as I have time. So again, Kim, thank you so much. Everybody else, thank you for watching. Joe is going to go get ready for bed. And Joe's happy he actually accomplished it. I didn't think I would. So like, comment, subscribe. Joe's hitting the sack. And so for me, oh, and a Deuce. Now, why do you have to get into everything? For me and Deuce, and Mitzi was here. Mitzi. Nope, she's gone. So, good night.